We can add an axis to our chart simply by calling an axis method on the chart object. Since our x-axis represents years, we use the addTimeAxis method and specify that the x-axis should correspond to the year field of our data. Let's finish this by adding a semicolon, which is not only a good JavaScript best practice, but in some cases your code will run into errors if you don't include one after every line, and add an axis to our chart. Previously, we tried to inspect my chart, and it was quite hard to understand what all the methods and properties meant, but let's inspect our x-axis. If we look here, it's a dimple.axis object, and it's specified the chart it belongs to, the position, in this case the x-axis, and also what fields it corresponds to. Something to note here is that the chart property defined on our axis actually has a reference to the chart object we created earlier rather than just an identifier string. If we try printing out what this chart object is, x.chart, we get the same object as we got when we printed out my chart. As you can see here, they're both dimple.chart objects, and they both have all of the same properties. Now this is possible even if two objects aren't identical, but if they have the same properties defined. Going one step farther, we can actually compare the myChart object with the triple equals to x.chart. In this case, it says myChart is exactly equal to the axis chart property.